Howdy, guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the Let's Talk series. I'm kind of annoyed, I'm not gonna lie. So how I've been recording these is, I do 2 at a time. And my computer crashed. It blue screened, which... I mean, I've had this computer for 3 or 4 years now, and it was the first time it did that. So I got this recording just fine, but the other one I did not. But also the game didn't save because I blue screened, so all of that stuff will have to be done again anyway, so you guys haven't missed anything. It's more on me. It's just a slight annoyance, that's all. But for this episode, we're gonna focus a little more on building. I'm working on this storage area here, which, in my comments, Lieutenant Dragon, I believe it was, my bad, suggested I put a fence around that storage area. And that's actually exactly the thing I was planning to do. I also thought about putting a roof over it, kind of having like a gazebo sort of thing, with the fence around it. But I couldn't figure out a way that would work because the custom roof mechanics in this game are just fucking atrocious, and I can't stand it. But I think it'll do well enough just to get the fence in. So, thank you, Lieutenant Dragon, for your comment. I appreciate that. I appreciate the suggestion. And I look forward to getting more help from you in the future. Because as of right now, I don't really know what I'm doing as far as building goes. I know I want to get, like, because I've got this whole patio thing. So I wanted to get a building for like storing meat, and then just a building to use as a house, basically, all surrounding that little patio. So that's the plan, but first we need to finish up what we were doing with the storage area. I can't stand looking for the rabbits like this. I don't even know why I try, to be honest. Most of the time I don't get anything. Okay, this time I got lucky, but... don't mind any chair noises. Since we got a new pot, we're gonna stick another sap collector on this tree. So... the pots respawn every time you load into the game, so every time I load into the game I can go and get more pots, as well as all of the stick trees respawn. Those little trees that I get the sticks from, those respawn whenever I load into the game. And the big trees, because I have tree regrowing mode on, I think 10% of them grow back whenever you sleep. So that's how that works, if I'm not mistaken. Which I could be, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. We gotta get a lot of sticks. It'll be no problem, and we can raise strength as well, because killing these stick trees also helps to get our strength larger. Yeah, that's exactly it. Get our strength larger, increase our strength. It doesn't have to be the big trees. We can just cut down the little ones, but I need the big ones as well, so we'll get more of those later. Because although I'm really not building that much, the fact that I'm using custom foundations and custom roofs is gonna hurt me a lot, because those things are really, really expensive. Like, really expensive. But I'm going for a certain look, I guess, too. It's not going to be super pretty by any means. It's just it's gonna look very functional, I think. Hopefully. If everything goes to plan, it'll look that way. And hopefully it will be functional. Hopefully I don't make something that just annoys me to deal with. Because sometimes, you don't really think too much to the future and you end up just kind of shooting yourself in the foot with your buildings. Because then you build one thing on top of another and suddenly you have this conflict of like, well, this thing that I built, 2 days ago is now in the way. Why did I do this? So we're gonna try to avoid that. Let me use my words here. And just go for it, But if any of you want to see me build anything in particular or have some sort of theme you want me to go for, I can give it a shot if you just let me know. And I'll see what I can do. Also, I think I mentioned it before, but I'm not sure how permanent this location is going to be for us because it's right in front of this cave where mutants might be spawning later on, which is not good. So it's very possible that we'll be moving. Fucking lizard. I don't like that they don't die to the single... If I'm pointing at the ground with the spear, they die to that, but if I'm not pointing it at the ground and just hit them like that, thrust it, they don't die in one hit, which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, so we're gonna try and make this spot work, but we'll have to see how it goes, how much traffic we get. Because already the cannibals have been bothering us a bit more than I thought they were gonna. That might be my fault for cutting down so many trees. I hate hunting these rabbits. I wish they would just run into my cage so that I didn't have to hunt them anymore. Or cage, my trap, that thing. Tired of dealing with this. Kind of wish this game had a season system. I want to see snow on my base. There is snow up north. But up north is just... It basically just gets shittier and shittier to build the further north you go. Because although there's still... there's less big trees, but there's still enough to get by as far as logs go. But stick trees are nowhere to be found. They are very scarce up there. And also, I've heard something about cannibals being more hostile when they're occupying the north half of the map. I have no clue if that's true or not, but all the more reason to not go and build up there. On the last playthrough I did, my own private playthrough, I did build up north. And I had this really cool house. And it sucked. It was horrible. I was getting attacked all the time. Mutants kept spawning right near my base. And when I wasn't dealing with that stuff, it was fucking hogs coming out of nowhere. Because hogs are a hostile animal in this game. They will attack you. And so I would just be like cutting down some trees or something, and out of nowhere a fucking hog would come and mess me up. And I was tired of dealing with it. That's when I had the idea to do this playthrough, was because I wanted to play the game, but I really didn't want to go back to that save. Because it was just a huge pain in my ass. I wanted a new start, a fresh start. Somewhere in the forest where I've got plenty of sticks, plenty of logs, everything I could ever want in life. And so that is why we are here. And damn this building system. It just... Sometimes you're trying to get something that shouldn't be so difficult as the game makes it. But you're sitting there and you try for like four or five times and just can't get it. Because I'm trying to get this fence to where it's 2 posts with the sticks going across. Because otherwise it'll be 1 post and that looks goofy. But whenever I do that, it moves the original post that I put down to start the blueprint. It moves that. So I've got to like put that all the way over here to try and make it look perfect. Because I'm also not trying to intrude too much into this log holder. Which I think that looks pretty okay. It looks a little bit better on the other side, but that's whatever. It looks good enough for me. Lieutenant Dragon, I hope it looks good enough for you as well. If you want me to change anything, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do. And as far as building goes outside of our residence here, I don't know what I want to do yet. I haven't really... Like, I've thought about it a little bit. I want to get a platform over at Goose Lake. Because I need to get geese. I need their head. I want their head for that achievement. You have to get all the heads from all the animals and mount them. But geese are a huge pain in the ass to try and get, so I want to try and build a platform over at Goose Lake to make that easier. I think geese also give the most feathers? I don't know, I've always heard it was seagulls, but also I've always heard that nobody bothers with hunting geese at all because they're just such a pain in the ass. The problem with them is where they spawn at Goose Lake, they're on the water. Like, they spawn on the water, and if you kill them in the water, they'll just sink to the bottom, and you can't grab them. And even sometimes if you have a platform underneath of that, underneath the surface of the water, you still can't grab them. Like, if they're touching the water at all, they're just... You can't get it. So I'm not sure... Because if you spook them, they fly away, and then they're just way harder to kill anyway. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Some sort of shooting platform or something. I'm not sure. I also want to know... Because we could get the flare gun and maybe shoot them down with the flare gun. And try that. But then I'd have to go hiking all the way up into the north for the flare gun. Which I probably should do anyway, but I'm going to procrastinate on it as much as possible. You see what I'm talking about with the building system. It's just... This should not be this difficult. We got lucky there. Very lucky, I think. This one won't be so bad because there's actually room over on this side. I tried to make them even, but they're not quite there. I'm okay with it. But yeah, I was talking about the seasons earlier. I just think that would be a cool idea. I went for a walk earlier today out into the real world where there's real air and real grass and everything. And it was snowing today. It's been snowing all day. And it's supposed to snow for the rest of the week as well. I don't think any of it'll stick because it's not actually that cold and all the pavement is still too warm for it to stay on any of the cement. All the driveways and roads are melty. But there's going to be a lot of it. And because it's so not cold right now, it's all wet. It's very wet. That wet, really packable business, you know. But I was thinking, snow is very underrepresented, I think, in video games, which is sad. Because it's also like, you know, one of nature's greatest gifts, I think. It's very pretty. And it can be a pain in the ass, but, you know, it's kind of a toss-up. And I mean, it's not for the whole year, you know. We get spring and summer, and sometimes we get fall. It's only for a little bit. I think that's plenty enough. And I think that could be represented in the game. I'm kind of wondering if that'll be in Sons of the Forest, which is supposed to come out. I actually don't remember. I really want to say March, but I feel like that's still wrong. It's supposed to come out this year. And I don't know if it'll have seasons, but that would be really neat. Sons of the Forest being the sequel to this turtle head, to this game, The Forest, yeah. And End Night has said they are releasing it this year, I believe. And I really want to say March. I don't know if it's right. Check me on it, but I would play just for some snow gameplay, to be honest. I'm pretty easy like that. Since we're already over here getting turtle shells, I'm going to grab one of these log carts and take it back. Hopefully before it gets dark. And we'll have all of these brand new logs to add to the collection. Well, old logs, but, you know, they're new to the location. That's something. Traffic is wild today. I think I just about ran that stop sign. You see what I'm saying? I knew this was a bad neighborhood. But it just had that charm, you know? The charm of this super clear area in the middle of a beautiful forested area. And it is beautiful. I find this game to be very pretty. Now that those are added, I want to fill up these log holders. Not because, like, so that I can use logs later. I just think it looks nice when they're all filled up. Which maybe if that was my end goal, I should have made less of them, but it'll do. While we're cutting down these trees and watching that log cart go flying. That was epic. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna do it. I hope you had a nice day. And I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I am. I like making these videos. Other than that whole computer crashing, well, and YouTube also tried to hold my previous video hostage, which wasn't very cool, but we got through that. We got through both of those things. And I am trying to upload them fast, but I live out in the boonies and my internet isn't that great, so it takes a while. It takes even longer when YouTube goofs it up and decides it's not gonna let my video exist in HD. But besides those little things, they're coming as quick as I can pop them out, because I'm not playing this game outside of this series, outside of these recordings. So I want to keep recording because I want to play the game. I'm at this point invested, and I'm only playing an hour a day for the recording purposes. So if I had to guess this, I don't know actually why I'm trying to talk about when this video will be uploaded, because you guys won't even be able to hear this until after it's uploaded. So you'll know. But basically everything's looking good and we're going strong. We're going steady. But if there is a little bit of extra time in between videos, it's because something went wrong. So just trust in that. Because as it stands, I'm playing this game every day? Okay, maybe every other day. Because I've got other things I need to attend to, but pretty frequently. And I've been told, because I've stated before, I don't know where I'm going with this series, or even, on a video by video basis. Even right now, I have no clue what I'm doing, so I keep asking around. And one of my friends told me they're not going to suggest that I do anything. And she told me basically to figure it out. Like, as long as I'm having fun, then it doesn't matter what I do, is basically the gist of it. And I am having fun, so until I stop having fun, this is going to be how it is. Or if you guys have anything you want to suggest me, like juggling. I don't know how to juggle, but I could learn. Or playing the harmonica. I don't know how to play the harmonica. I don't have a harmonica, but I could give it a shot. And I'm gonna just... There's no machine guns in the game that I can use to just systematically murder every single rabbit in the game, but we'll get them eventually. I've also been thinking about where this season will end, and I originally thought the original plan was to have 10 hour-long episodes. That plan's out the window because hour-long episodes take way too long to upload. So then I was thinking 20 half-hour episodes. But to be honest, I'm not going to put a limit on it. Because you know, then I'm cutting off the game at an unnatural time, and I don't want to do that. I want to play this game and record it until I am finished, until I'm done, not until the series is done. Look at this dude. But this friend also told me I should probably stop talking about the process in the videos, but I'm just sharing what I'm actively thinking with you guys. That's kind of how it goes. And while I'm recording this, obviously the priority thing in my mind is this video. So it is what I'm thinking. It's just, you know, I'm thinking about recording while doing the recording. So I apologize for that, and I will do better to calm down on that. But it is hard to have, like, other, you know, foreign thoughts while I'm recording. I get kind of a one-track mind like that when I'm in the process. Excuse me. And this is going to be the start to our meat storage building. I just need something because, as you guys saw before, the cannibals are very motivated to make sure my drying racks don't last more than 2 days, especially when there's meat on them. So I need somewhere that I can safely store meat and not have to worry about these guys stealing it from me or destroying my drying racks, because they definitely target them. That's part of their thing. I want to say that the skinnies target them more, but that would just be based on, you know, the fact that they're starving, so that makes sense to me. Maybe we'll have to observe, put like a full drying rack out in the middle of nowhere and see if we can catch cannibals stealing from it. We'll see how it goes. Alright, and that is the floor to our storage building built. So that's pretty neat. And our strength is going up pretty well. It's only been 4 days, and we've already gained 5 strength, which is kind of a lot, to be honest. It's going a lot quicker than I thought it would. I just need to keep it going. And now we'll burn this guy so we can get a little bit more bone armor, and also replenish the skulls that we used earlier, so that we can inevitably make more skull lamps. And this guy's just gonna watch me, or... oh, he's just walking into that drying rack. You see what I'm saying? Motivated. He's giving that drying rack the what for. I'm just glad there's no meat on it for him to steal. And he's also just watching me cook this other human being, like that's an okay thing. He hasn't attacked me yet. See, so this one's already just a lot more curious than that other one was, because that other one attacked us basically from the start, and this one's just kind of getting a look. We'll try and leave him alone. As long as he doesn't mess with anything, he'll live. If he does mess with something, then... you see? You look away. You look away for 30 seconds. What is he up to? Is he I can't tell if he's trying to destroy my log holders or destroy the platform, because it didn't look like he was damaging either, but that one cannibal we had before that was attacking the platform it was kind of the same deal. And that crouching I do when I'm attacking them, that's just because when they get thrown to the ground, the only way that I can attack them is with a power attack, is if I'm standing. But they crawl off the ground if you don't get them quick enough, so I just crouch so that I can hit them on the ground without using a power attack, because it's far quicker and far more effective. Now to check to see if he actually did break anything. Yeah, nothing's damaged. So I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what they're going after, because now that's two that have done that. And I haven't actually seen that before. Very curious. And look. That should have been a perfect shot. Nope. He's gone. That was a good catch. I hate hunting rabbits. We should have had that one, but he moved right as I shot at him, which just isn't fair. I want a locked door, but I think I want it locked from the inside, because if it's on the outside, I'm going to try and keep locking the door, and then I'm going to get annoyed every time I go to store something in there that the door is locked. But if I have it on the inside, I can get in there and lock myself in there if I'm being chased by cannibals or mutants or mosquitoes. I don't know. And I'm glad I'm building this in the dumbest way possible. I probably should have gotten the farther walls up first, because now I'm gonna have to go through the door every single time. And doors are sticky. Just a little bit. Okay. Well, it didn't look sticky then, but sometimes they get sticky, I promise. It's no big. And I kind of forgot about the coming day and didn't burn all my calories. And we will have to continue this build in the future. In the next episode, we'll finish the building and start on maybe the residence. I guess we'll see. But until then, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're enjoying the series. If you have anything you want to say to me, say it. Just do it. I'm all ears. Other than that, I've got nothing to tell you, but have yourself a good night. And don't forget to be good, everyone. Goodbye.